Hello everyone and welcome to Bonfire's Challenge for Charity pre-challenge webinar recording. I'm so glad that you've all tuned in. This webinar is going to cover a whole bunch of different things that will prepare you for your challenge without you even having to move off the couch. Feel free to pause this video and take notes or even strike a yoga pose, move around, whatever you feel. So let's just jump straight into it. First things first, not only are you challenging yourself on this journey, you're also supporting two of our favourite charities, Beyond Blue and Young Care. Beyond Blue is a fantastic organisation helping those who suffer with anxiety and depression. The stats show that 3 million Australians are currently experiencing anxiety or depression, which is why we feel Beyond Blue is making such an impact in our community. We just had to help. Our other charity is Young Care. Young Care is an organisation doing phenomenal work helping young people avoid admissions to aged care facilities. They aim to give young people with high care needs the choice in care and accommodation they deserve, an absolutely incredible cause. So thank you to all of you for your support, and please know that your donation is going to two fantastic charities creating real change. Total numbers will be revealed at the end of the challenge, which is pretty exciting. So, you're probably wondering who I am, who this voice is, and where I fit into the world of Bonfire. My name is Morgan. Most people at Bonfire call me Morgs, and I work in the marketing here. I'm not a chiropractor, I'm not a health coach, and I'm not a yoga teacher. I am a yogi though. You can see me in these pictures. The one on the left was taken when I was in France last year. It's kind of hard to see, but I'm doing bow pose in front of the beautiful cathedral there. And then on the right is a picture of me with the frame when we did the last challenge. You're probably wondering how a marketing yogi is going to prepare you for your challenge. Well, have to wait till later for that one. Okay, so you've all selected a challenge, 4, 6, or 30 for 30. Now a question for you. Why are you here? What do you want to achieve? Is this challenge about weight loss, mental clarity, a test to see where your limits are, a way to start the year right? Knowing why you're here will help you see where your challenge is going and what your real intention is with it. I want to share with you a challenge I was given a couple of years ago. My challenge was 6 classes per week for 6 weeks. This was also a hot yoga challenge, so I didn't get to complete any other types of yoga. This was a massive commitment for me. There were highs and lows through my whole challenge, but it turned out to be one of the best things I did for my mind and my body. I suddenly had more confidence. I was more aware of the way I was eating, my posture improved, my mental clarity improved, and I had loads more energy. So, why did I take the challenge? Well, firstly, I'm not one to ever say no to a challenge. I was driven to push to the limits and really test myself. I was feeling very uncomfortable with the way I looked and felt before the challenge, and so was kind of at a bit of a crossroads in my life. So the challenge was really, for me, about finding myself. And ultimately, that's what I achieved. So what was my biggest challenge? Well, my biggest one that I faced during it was maintaining the motivation and willpower to push through. There were what seemed like constant negative thoughts and excuses that appeared to try to shut me down. And some days it nearly worked. When your body and your mind feel absolutely exhausted and then you have to go to yoga, oof. But you know what? In the end, pushing through the struggles and the pain is well worth it. So, I came across a whole lot of challenges during my challenge that I had to overcome. I'm sure you'll stumble upon these or maybe even make a few of your own. They're there to try us, but not to conquer us. So here's what I faced: lack of motivation, exhaustion, excuses. I just wanted to do other things. I got bored. I had those lazy days where you feel like doing absolutely nothing. I had conflicting schedules and I had other commitments. It was a real juggling act for me. So, overcoming them? Well, a lack of motivation is probably your biggest challenge, which is why we've organised an exclusive Facebook group for you all. You're all in the same boat, so if you can motivate each other, and we'll all motivate each other, it will make the world of difference. The Challenge for Charity board is also a massive source of motivation. So that's the big board you see outside the yoga room where you'll write your name and put your stickers up. It's a fantastic way to really see the goal. You can see the light at the end of the tunnel and you can Cross off that class that you've just done. You'll find in any of these challenges, especially if you're doing 30 for 30, that some days you just will be absolutely exhausted. Maybe even feel like you're too exhausted to do yoga. From here, you've got two options. You either push through, even if you end up on the floor half the time, you'll still get the benefits, or you shift your class to another day, even if you have to do it a double. From personal experience, I'd go with the first option, just push on through. If you get into the habit of shifting classes, you may end up falling behind and having to do a whole bunch of doubles, which can be absolutely crazy exhausting. And we all have lives outside the yoga room, which can be quite a pain when you're doing a challenge. If you have events planned or gatherings pop up unexpectedly, have an idea where you're going to shift your yoga class to so that you don't miss out on finishing the challenge. Now, a big thing for me was boredom. I have to be honest, it's something I encountered quite a few times whilst on my challenge, especially because it was just hot yoga. Now, I know that sounds awful, and don't get me wrong, I absolutely love the hot yoga. But when you do it that many times in a short space of time, you get a little over it. My mind started to wander, and I just felt like I was turning into a robot during my practice. But I discovered that this was the real test. I was completely under the teacher's guidance. All I had to do was calm my mind, which I did. I had this breakthrough. Instead of pushing myself in the yoga room and making it all about the postures, I began using the time to meditate and calm my mind, which in turn was the ultimate goal. I just had to realize that first. So, you've probably heard it before every challenge, health journey, whatever, but there is a reason for having goals. Goal setting is a really important part of any challenge or journey. It gives you that extra kick of motivation and brings you a sense of clarity as to why you're taking the challenge and what you're gaining from it. So, if you're new to goal setting or goal writing or just want to give it a red hot go, here's my 7 tips. Make them specific. Putting a time frame or specific weight as an example. So choose your words wisely. Use words such as I choose. Make your goals realistic. Don't set yourself up to fail. So don't go for a 30 and 30 if you know you're going to be away for a ladies' long weekend. Okay? Make them realistic. Make them relevant. Having a financial goal related to your yoga challenge probably isn't the wisest move. Read, review, refine. This one's pretty self-explanatory. Relax. Don't put too much pressure on yourself. You want to enjoy your challenge, remember? And finally, lucky last, reward yourself. What are you going to reward yourself with once you've successfully completed your challenge? Do you want to treat yourself to a massage? Maybe you want to go out and do an experience. Maybe you want to give yourself a gift like skydiving, something crazy like that. So here's some examples. So these were my goals when I completed my challenge. By the 31st of March 2013, I choose to have completed 6 yoga classes in 6 weeks. By the 31st of March 2013, I choose to weigh 75 kilos. By the 31st of March 2013, I choose to feel more confident in who I am. Okay, now it's time to write your 3 golden goals. Jot them down and place them somewhere you'll see them during the challenge. If you want to add a specific date, by the way, the challenge will be ending on the 15th of March. So how do you achieve them? To achieve our 3 golden goals, we need 3 golden steps. Be organised, nourish your body, and nourish the soul. Be organised. Plan your classes. Grab a timetable when you're next in the studio, highlight the classes you can attend, and stick it on the fridge. Even put them in your calendar so the time is blocked out. Plan your meals. Chances are yoga will basically take over your life during the challenge. It may even take over your meal preparation time, so make sure you have healthy snacks and ample amounts of fresh ingredients recipes for you to dive into. And this sounds funny, but I want you to plan your backup plan. Yeah, look, it sounds a bit funny, but what class will you attend if you miss any? Are you going to do a double somewhere else? All these things you should be thinking about. Nourishing your body. It's so important when you're doing a challenge such as this. Here's a quote I absolutely love that I think is so relevant. Instead of focusing on which unhealthy foods I should eat less of, I will concentrate on which health foods I could eat more of. So, this is briefly looking at like a yogi diet where it eliminates the junky and processed foods and introduces more fresh, lean foods. So eat more fruits, veggies, lean meats, seafood, nut and seeds, and healthy fats such as avocado and coconut oil. And try to eat less dairy, grains, processed foods, processed sugars, starches, and alcohol. Why the change in eating habits during a yoga challenge? Well, food is your fuel. If you're eating heavily processed foods, your body will work harder to eliminate them from your system and you'll feel tired and lethargic. Now, hydration is key during your challenge. You will be working hard and sweating a lot, so it's important to keep yourself hydrated with good quality water and replenishing electrolytes with coconut water or a sprinkle of Himalayan salt in your water. Now, a note on magnesium, and this is by no means a sell, but this stuff is gold. Because you'll be sweating so much and working so hard, you'll need to replenish nutrients, ease muscles, and relax muscles pretty quickly. That's where this comes in. It's really easy to use. You just pop a scoop in your water and away you go. It's also a nice citrusy flavour, if that's the sort of flavour you're looking for. Plus, if you struggle to sleep through the night magnesium works a treat. Plus, it works to detoxify the body. It helps with to digest proteins, carbs, and fats. It activates the muscles and nerves, relaxes the muscles in the body, and can even help chronic disease. Okay, final golden step is nourishing the mind. This one, stopping stress, is definitely easier said than done, but you need to make sure you calm your mind. Find that activity that switches it off, be that reading, colouring, walking, yoga, whatever that may be. Stress can have a serious effect on both your physical and mental well-being. Get a good night's sleep. It's super important all the time, but absolutely essential during the challenge, especially at the beginning. Avoid technology before bed, read a book, and meditate before sleeping. That'll really calm everything down. And even try having a calm tea or some magnesium before bed. Reminding yourself of your goals is a great tool to motivate yourself and ensure you stay on track. Stick them on the fridge, write them on your bathroom mirror, pop them all around the house on post-it notes. Having that reminder will really cement it in your mind. Remember, a well-nourished body equals a well-nourished mind, and a well-nourished body and a well-nourished mind equals a successful challenge. It may be your challenge, but you're not alone. You've just seen this pre-challenge webinar, plus you have access to the exclusive Facebook group as well as ongoing online and offline support. Come and chat to us in the studio if you've got any questions. Post a comment, post a post on Facebook. We'll be there to help you along, and a lot of the staff are involved as well. Now, a quick note on the Facebook group. It's somewhere where you can support each other. Post recipes, post pictures, post comments, ask questions, and tell us about your progress. It's really great to get involved. The Bonfire team will also be jumping in. If you have any questions about anything, even like if it's a specific yoga posture, just let us know. If you haven't been asked to the Facebook group, simply just email me on marketing@bonfireyoga.com.au. I'll be able to just jump on and easily add you to the group so you can be fully involved. All right, everyone. That concludes the webinar. Best of luck for the challenge. I hope you found this somewhat useful. Any feedback, good or bad, would be greatly appreciated if you want to share it. Otherwise, good luck, have a lovely night, and see you in the yoga room.